Hey there, we're the Markhams, Chris, Andrea, and our adventure dog, Emmy. We're combat veterans who met in Afghanistan, sold our house after 7 amazing years, and now we're hitting the road to explore every corner of America. From stunning national parks to hidden caves, we're on a non-stop adventure, making memories and chasing sunsets. Set off on an unforgettable adventure across America with us and our dog, Emmy. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any moments.
Taking our Moride air compressor out of our rear storage area because it is basically worthless to our needs. It only pumps about 70 psi, and everything we have is 80 or more, and kind of dumb if you ask me. So I'll take this out and use it as storage. Cool. Just need to get rid of that air chuck now. I'll take that wiring out, plug up these holes, clean it out, and we'll have a storage bay that's about 24 inches wide, 12 tall, and I don't know, 10 inches deep. Won't be completely waterproof. I can caulk some of the holes in the back and such, but it'll be something. Added storage. Took about 10 minutes of work, maybe 15. So we're good.
Between all the chaos and fixes we've had to tackle since leaving the factory, we made sure to carve out a little more time for ourselves. A stop at the local winery and a night of bowling. Gotta find the fun in the in-between.
So I'm here at my middle axle because when Lippert did the work on our suspension axle mounting system, whatever you want to call it, that area, they decided to flop our flow-through sensors, which they stick out past the tire. So yeah, it's stupid, but they're flow-through, so I can air up my tires without having to take the sensors off and all that fun stuff. Ordered new sensor, or a new flow-through. That's what it's supposed to look like. The battery, the tool. With the replacements, they don't send you the tool, so if you buy a tire minder replacements, you should probably hold on to that little wrench to kind of tighten it all on there, because it gives you a little lock nut. That little guy, little lock nut, to put on behind on the valve stem to lock it into position with the flow through. So I'll get that going, and then I'll get it synced up to the monitor once I remember how to do that, aka Google. I don't think it should be that easy, but they're finger tight. If that, I was able to just use my index finger and spin them off, but at least I had a little dust cap protection. So I'll spin the little lock nut on. It's harder to do while holding the camera than it would be on my own. Da, da, da. So you spin that on, spin the flow through sensor on, and yes, it'll piss out some air. Tighten that baby on, and then you tighten the lock nut up against it. And use the little wrench to lock it on. I know this is pretty basic, but I needed something to do today. It's pretty basic, but you know, some people, basic isn't always so simple. And there we are. Now, put the battery in and sync her up. Well, it's on. Lock nut is secured. It's synced. Need to add about 4 or 5 psi, but we're good. Now we can roll in comfort. Again. Well, since we're hanging out after our factory date, I'm gonna do a little seal up in that gap right here. This is the gap from one side of the door to the other, inside to outside. It's as wide as my finger. And then this all the way down, and I don't know. I can see daylight, but oh, yeah, you can see that little shine there. That's daylight. So I'm gonna run a bead of caulk all the way around this door, just for a little extra sealant. Sweet. Bolts look dry, so I guess we'll throw some red and tacky in them, see what's going on, see how much they take. I don't know if Lippert actually greased them or not when they installed them, so we'll see.
Greasing your shackles might not be fun, but it's key, especially on a triaxle RV. More axles mean more moving parts, and keeping those wet bolts greased helps prevent wear, squeaks, and suspension issues. A few pumps of grease now saves you a lot of trouble later down the road.
Lions took our whole underbelly off when they transported our camper to Lippert. They put the old underbelly on, which, whatever. It looks like booty. But what they didn't do was fix things. Like, when you rip things off and you roll it up or whatever they do with it, these peepholes that they have in here are going to deteriorate. And I know they saw it because they spray foamed around the tanks. Filled that all back in. And I also know that since they were obviously resecuring the underbelly, they saw this when they took it off the screw. Not sure how they thought that was going to fix it, but what do I know? So I get to go around and check on all of the underbelly and resecure it. Like here, this needs to get resecured because you can see the hydraulic hoses. I hate self-tappers upside down into a frame. Fun stuff.
Stay tuned for next week's video. We finally make it south to warmer weather and a little much needed relaxation. After all the factory visits, repairs, and chaos, it's time to slow down, soak up some sunshine, and enjoy why we started this journey in the first place. Thanks for joining us on another adventure. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button so you don't miss any of the fun. See you next time.